Good evening. While world leaders try to broker peace this evening in Lebanon, what are the longer-term prospects for harmony in the Middle East? Tonight, Newsnight has an exclusive insight into the lives of Palestinian children, which may dictate how the conflict will unfold in years to come. Youngsters who watch as the death of every Palestinian fighter is celebrated as martyrdom, who've become hardened to the daily reality of the sound of gunfire, and teenagers who welcome the prospect of dying for the cause with bravado. Our correspondent Paul Martin spent much of July in the Gaza Strip.
Gaza's northernmost city, Beit Hanun, invaded by Israeli armor. We're watching the battle unfold from the stairwell of a block of flats occupied by Abu Nassin al-Masri. He used to work inside Israel and says he still has Israeli friends who phone him up, but he's not encouraging his children to think in the same way.
Is he afraid or not?
He's not afraid.
He's not afraid?
Not afraid.
Why not?
Because every time he listens to the bombing Israeli, and this gave for the Israeli people, this a child, when he a big man, not like the Israel.
How many children have you got?
4 women I have.
4 women?
Yes.
How many children?
54.
54 children. Wow, and this is some of them.
With the Israeli tanks outside, a few of Abu Nassin's children pass the time away by imitating what they know. On this occasion, the tanks leave in the late afternoon after 5 hours, with no one dead in this part of town. But for all too many Gazan children, the desire for armed struggle against Israel is bred in the bone. Ever since the Second Intifada erupted in late 2000, children have become both fighters and powerful symbols of propaganda. These pictures of 12-year-old Mohammed Dura cowering alongside his father in a hail of gunfire moments before his death were some of the most potent. Mohammed was turned into a martyr or shaheed and a recruiter for the cause. Palestinian television channels ran videos encouraging children to emulate the dead boy. They've been rerunning in recent weeks as the conflict has escalated. Much more than playthings, real guns in the hands of kids being prepared for future conflict. Just as dead adult fighters adorn the walls of the Gaza Strip, so do children. 5-year-old Mohammed Aman died when an Israeli missile struck a car carrying senior fighters from Islamic Jihad. Mohammed was in a car that happened to be passing nearby. An innocent with no connection with militant groups. Yet the next day he got a military funeral, buried alongside the Islamic Jihad fighter also killed in the attack. And the posters went up. Mohammed Aman too is now a shaheed.
The factions doing their best to collect more people, even small children or elder people, to belong to them because they want to expand their numbers. Any attack happen to any person by Israeli side, they will call this person shaheed. And they will put this person as a part of the struggle.
Dr. Fadl has lost 3 of his brothers to the conflict. A psychologist, a teacher and a banker. They were killed 2 years ago after a 17-hour battle with Israeli soldiers. The brothers were senior members of Hamas's armed wing. A 4th brother survived, but still carries the scars. In his job as a psychologist, Dr. Fadl has conducted 3 surveys of more than 1,000 Palestinian children on their attitudes to martyrdom. His latest findings, more than 3/4 were ready to become suicide bombers. He blames Palestinian society for glorifying those who die in the conflict, the shaheed.
The young children observed what's happening to the shaheed, and all this respect coming to the shaheed, then internally they need to become shaheed, to gain all respects from around people and to become more famous like this person.
No.
The battle against Israel here spans 3 generations. In a central Gaza refugee camp, Abu Sibah runs a fighting cell for the mainstream Fatah movement's Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigades. He learnt his techniques from his own father, also recently killed by Israel. Abu Sibah says this belt is for killing himself if he's trapped. And on the street outside his home, it's easy to find eager new recruits.
If they don't give us our rights, we'll make our martyrs group carry out operations.